Diploma data is talking about Hugging Face. In my last video, I talked about transformer, and I invite you to go to the Hugging Face website in order to access to all the models proposed by Hugging Face. Hugging Face is a startup created by two French engineers, and they have created a Hugging Face transformer library with 7,000 models transformers covering 140 languages used by 100,000 companies all around the world. It's a real success. And you can access to all the models with filter. You can filter by tasks. You can use libraries, framework, PyTorch, for instance, for text classification. And you will access to all the transformers. You can also access on their website to the datasets. There is a lot of datasets in order to train your own transformer or fine-tune the transformer models. And you can also filter. It's a very intuitive UX. You can clear it and all the choice. Clear all the choice. And you can access to this dataset. You will have tag in order to know what is the task, what is the language, what is the size of this dataset. You will have access
Chapter
to
16.
Samples.
I might have told you of the beginning of this liaison in a...
You will have access to sample, and you will have access to train dataset, validation test dataset. It's perfect to train your own transformer or fine-tune your transformer. You will have access also to spaces of the week. You can directly on your web browser use the transformer. Try this transformer. Mirnet, model for light up the dark image. So I update a picture and I have the light up version of this picture. So now Hugging Face has launched what we call AutoNLP in order to make money. AutoNLP is very simple. You are going to upload your own dataset, and Hugging Face is going to propose to train this dataset with 15 models, for example, with this budget, and you start the training of your models with your own dataset, and you will have the metrics, access to the metrics to evaluate this dataset. And after you can make an inference directly on the NLP interface. And I love this movie, it's positive. So you can access to the subscription pricing on the website Hugging Face, and you will see what you can do at which cost. So we are going to watch code. You can implement Hugging Face and access what we call pipeline. With only a line of code, you can implement a transformer to make an inference. So with this pipeline, I create a classifier, and I can use this classifier to classify this sentence. This is a tutorial. This is a great tutorial. Thank you. Positive. Your content just sucks. Negative. So you can also make translation from French from English to French or French to English, and you can also make what we call zero shot. So you will going to use these models, these transformers, to make what we call few shot learning, fine tuning. You will train this already pre-trained transformer with small data set. It's what we call few shot learning, fine tuning. And you can also make what we call zero shot learning without any training. And we are going to make this zero shot with Camembert. Camembert is a French BERT. It's a French transformer. And Camembert is able to use this sentence and classify it in category. And you are going to choose the sentence and the category. And Camembert is able to classify this sentence. Laurent Wauquiez est reconduit à la tête de la région Auvergne à la suite du deuxième tour des élections, political election. And the Camembert is able to classify this sentence is in politics. You can also summarize a text about COVID, and transformers are able to you can use it in order to identify in a sentence what is the name of the person, Colin, and what is the village, Saint-André. So you can use pipeline. And on the website of Hugging Face, the pipelines are explained, and you have another pipeline used for NLP task. Now we are going to fine-tune Roberta. Roberta is a member of the BERT family. Is a transformer trained on this corpus of data. It's a pre-trained transformer. And we are going to train it, to fine-tune it with a tensor process unit and make inference with a TPU. So this is the code and the implementation of the code. And you can see that I use Hugging Face in order to run this code. This is a code that is on the Hugging Face GitHub. And I implement the fine-tuning of Roberta with this small dataset, Wikitext 2 v1, and I can connect a TensorBoard in order to see the training. Here is the TensorBoard. It's the equivalent of weights and biases, but for TensorFlow. And the training is done. And now I am going with a pipeline, field mask pipeline, and I am going to implement a TPU device and make the inference on this TPU device. And Roberta is able to tell me what is the word behind the mask. Okay, that's it for the fine-tuning, the using of pipeline, zero-shot learning. And now, if you want to know more about the transformer model, the Hugging Face transformer models, you can go on their website. You can go on their GitHub. You have the same details. And you can follow the course, Hugging Face course, for PyTorch framework or for TensorFlow framework, okay? Or access to the Hugging Face YouTube channels with a lot of videos. That's all for this video. All the links are in the description. Happy machine learning.